Good evening, everyone.
Holler.
How come we can't see you, Bam?
Well, that's because I'm doing a surprise reveal.
Oh,
I got these.
are you pregnant or what?
No, I got these nifty little what do you call these fortune cookie things hanging over my camera, so I can kind of like slide them out and reveal myself, kind of like coming out the closet. Here I am.
Interesting.
Well, you got to have fun. Got to have fun with everything you do in life.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. Shonda, you got to know what happened to the emo guy. Although I got to admit, the olive's really cute. I like his eyes.
I think she's a little confused after having pineapple on her pizza.
That'll do it. That will fucking confuse anybody. Pineapple don't belong on pizza. Hello, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa. Hola.
Hi, Hilda.
Bam, can you say hola?
Hola.
There you go. Hey, Laura. Hey, you
Laura,
made it.
You made it.
April, how you doing,
What's
April?
going on there, April?
That's a hard worker right there, I'll tell you that much. Practically 2 full-time jobs.
Linda.
How's the weather over there in Utah, by the way?
Cold.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Hilda.
Hello. Good evening. Oh, he was just for St. Patty's Day. Okay. Getcha. Hola, Pepsi Cola.
Nadia.
Coke is the real thing. Coke is the only real thing. Man, we had a bunch of stuff to talk about today. What's up, Joe?
Joe.
What's everybody's poison for the night?
I have a glass of Chardonnay.
Good evening.
Hello, Mel.
It was snowing for the past 5 days, and now it's 70 degrees. I just love that. Hopefully it melted all the snow.
But see, where else in the world right now can you go out in a bikini and stand in snow and not be frozen?
There you go. That's true. Even though it's 70 degrees, I don't know, at 70, I think all the snow mountains and drifts are already melted.
Well,
I would expect so.
It depends.
Yeah, but that is funny, though. You got snow, and then you got freaking 70 degrees. We don't get snow. That's right. St. George, I always thought it was a cold weather station, but my friend Dave, who used to work there with you, told me differently. Cappuccino.
I like a good cap.
I sold a Michelob long neck for my hubby's fridge stash.
Good for you.
Tonight.
He's got 2 X's when you should have 3.
Triple X. Oh. So I got my second COVID shot earlier today.
Yeah, so how'd you do?
And while the RGB Talk show was a sad thing tonight, Charlie interviewed a city commissioner candidate for position 3, Miss Puente. Oh, how did that go? Didn't watch it. Didn't know she was going to be on there. We're going to have her here on in a couple days. We're trying to work out those details. We should have it worked out by tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know when she's going to be on.
My guess is it flew over like a lead fucking balloon.
Yeah. Actually, we got plans to have Jessica Puente Bradshaw, even Erasmo Castro as a candidate, not as a guest host. And Carlos Elizondo.
I always like the name Carlos. It's a good, strong name, Carlos.
Yeah, Charles. That's what that means. Butter pecan ice cream.
I like a good butter pecan. Funny you should bring that up because I was sitting here thinking, what kind? I have some like ice cream in the refrigerator or the freezer. I'm like, what can I do with that ice cream? And I'm like, ooh, wait, I got some pie filling in the cupboard. I can heat up a little pie filling. I can put a little ice cream on it, and we could have ghetto apple pie.
Damn, there you go.
Well, you got to. It's whatever you can resort to in these times of despair, and there ain't much in my kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah, you got wilted grapes.
One of the only good things that come out of California. We're going to talk about California in a minute, too.
I heard it through the grapevine.
Yes.
I loved that commercial with the dancing grapes. That was the
That was one of the
coolest
greatest
fucking
commercials of all
commercials.
time. If you guys haven't seen the California Raisins commercial, am I
Oh
allowed
my
to play
god, that was the best commercial.
I hate saying this, but I hope I'm allowed to play that. I'd love to play that commercial. That was great.
Yeah, it was one of the greats.
I hope
It's
you
not
don't.
very often that you find a good commercial, and when you do,
I hope you all don't ignore comments because they did. No, Linda, we don't. I don't. I might skip one by accident, but I try to get back to it. Or if you call me out on it, I'll go back and find it.
oh yeah, we let you speak your mind here.
Yeah. Like I said, like I always say, as long as you're not an a-hole or belligerent and stupid, your comment will get displayed.
Yeah, I got all the explanation points on that.
That's right. We never ignore them here. Chris, ¿qué pasa?
Oh, no, that is a cool picture. Cross with a lion coming out of it. That is fucking awesome, Chris.
That's Chris. Chris made quite a comeback, having a couple of accidents and literally car accidents that could have messed him up. And he could have just laid down and been the victim, but he came back and did the workouts and dude is buff. He's a good guy, Chris. I didn't think I think he didn't like what happened at the city commissioners meeting because he defended. Oh, really? He defended Jessica T. Oh, who did Charlie did?
Well, if a man defends a woman that shouldn't be defended, he only wants one thing.
Yeah.
And you all know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on that just yet. Hey, Norma.
Hi, Norma.
The Lion of Judah. That's what that is.
That's fucking awesome. I mean,
That's
an amazing picture. It really is. It kind of looks like it has a human face in it somewhat.
When several of the viewers brought it up. Yep. That's awesome. So, something that just somebody sent me this recently, and I thought I heard something about it. I didn't know it was that ridiculous.
And it's ridiculous. Let me tell you.
Cookies? Yes, he wants.
I like cookies. Sometimes I take cookies and I crumble them up over my ice cream, and then chocolate syrup on top of that, and then I put a little strawberry syrup on top of that.
It's Jesus and a lion. You mean the cross and a lion? Because I don't see.
No.
Jesus
Look at the face of the lion. You can kind of see a human face in there.
I see a lion. Sorry.
Okay.
I see a lion, but you know what? The cross. I'll take your word for it with the cross.
Jimbo.
Jimmy, ¿qué pasa? How you doing, Jimmy? Apparently, we are bad citizens because we just provoke commissioners. He even referred to Roman. Oh, goodness. Well, yeah, exactly.
It's really good when somebody's running for something that calls their people bad citizens or deplorables, like what's her nuts did, Hillary, and what did Biden call people that supported Trump? God, I can't remember what he called us. You don't want to call the people voting for you fucking names.
Anybody from Chicago?
Oh, me. Michael Jordan's. That's a restaurant.
Yeah, it was his restaurant. I don't think they're open anymore. Click on it. Oh, click on it. Yeah, we can't do it from our vantage point. We can't click on links here.
What's up, V?
Hey, VAW, how are you? Deplorable. Well, that's what Hillary said.
Yeah, we were deplorables.
Biden said something else.
Yeah, I can't remember what Biden's called us.
Yeah, that's right. It's apple juice.
Uh-huh. If you want to believe that, you go right on ahead.
So yeah, her blasting her citizens on her personal page, calling us mean. We deserve it. Yeah, no, she's. I don't know. I don't know how she's still there.
Yeah, to me, it's just not a good idea to call your voters bad names, because that's one way to get me to vote for you.
Yeah, you might, Bam. You might not know a lot about her. You'll know a little more in the next few days, in the next couple of weeks. so you can see what we're talking about. Biden called us Neanderthals, man.
You are correct. He
Well, he
did.
called Texans Neanderthals. Texans.
Yeah,
That's what he was referring to.
fucking moron.
Cheese and crackers. Okay. So California.
They're kind of like their own fucking country to begin with.
Can somebody give me a valid reason to visit California for something touristy? That would make
If
it
you
worth
like
my while.
wine, I mean, they got really good wine country over there. Napa
Anybody
Valley
like
is amazing.
amusement parks? Like Fiesta Texas or Six Flags, that kind of thing.
Let's see if I remember correctly. The one in California is Disneyland. Yes,
I believe so. I don't know. I've never been to a Disney. Never had a desire. Even as a kid, I never wanted to go to Disney.
no, it's Disney World in California.
I like his movies. I like the Disney movies and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
going to Disneyland or Disney World never interested me at all.
Yeah, Disney World is in California, north of LA, like an hour or so.
Chris says, hang on, what are y'all going to cover tonight? Biden and kids in warehouses or the massage parlor murders? Yeah, a little everything tonight.
Yeah. And, I was really kind of looking forward to going to the Disney in California. I mean, because I've been to the one in Florida like a billion fucking times. Mm. And this was one of my vacations where I donated a week of my vacation to special needs people, mentally challenged people, and kind of like help them out, make sure they didn't get lost or lose money or whatnot. And I was really excited about going to this one. And I was so disappointed with Disney out in California compared to the one in Florida. I mean, the one in California was the original. It's the very first one ever done.
So I'm being told the Florida one is Disney World.
Yeah, I've always got them mixed up. I've always got the two of them mixed up.
Is there a difference? I don't know what the difference is.
Well, the one in Florida is like 10 times the size of the one in California to begin with. So there's a lot more there. And then you got all the other parks like Epcot World and Hollywood or whatever it is.
Isn't it like $200 per person to get in there or something?
Oh, it is now. Yeah, it's like $80 a person to get in, and a child's fee is like $50 just to get in for one day. Yeah. Or you could spend like $20 more and buy like a park hopper, and you could like go to all 5 parks there in Florida.
Can you even cover the whole thing in one day?
No, you can't. There's no way. But the one in Florida, I love because certain times of the year they have a drink around the world. It's a huge, huge group of people that just emerge on fucking Disney in Florida, and they just drink around all the little world. They got Germany, Switzerland, whatever. And I think it's in the Epcot Center they do that. But yeah, it's kind of amazing that everybody just comes to drink around the world and they all get fucking schnockered.
That's cool. Getting wasted at Disney. Alcatraz. Yeah, see, I would go there for that. I'd go to check out Alcatraz.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like an amazing little tour.
It'd kind of do it. I'd probably go and do like a little paranormal ghost hunt while I was there doing that.
Oh, you need to come here because we got some really haunted shit here where I live.
Laura, good idea, man. Alcatraz, that would be worth it for me. Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farms. Okay, I've heard of Knott's Berry. Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world. Okay. And I know it's one thing to see those giant trees, the petrified forests or whatever, those gigantic, what do you call them trees? What's that species of trees? It's humongous.
Yeah, it's like the oldest fucking tree in the world.
Yeah, Disney's only open for California residents. No, is that for real? Is that true? Disney World in Florida. Okay, there we go. Disney World is Florida, Disneyland, California. Okay, got that clarified. So, if you like roller coasters, have you guys heard about this? Who's been on a roller coaster? Everyone? I imagine everyone's been on a roller coaster. What do you do on a roller coaster besides?
I don't do that. You know, my favorite roller coaster is called the Demon at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. and it's got one of those things that come down over your head because it does the loop-de-loops.
Oh,
So if you have something that comes over your head and hangs onto you, you're going upside down.
Upside down.
I usually hang on to that motherfucker with my whole with my life.
So besides holding on for dear life and putting your arms up when you're going down, what do you usually do? You scream. Right? Does everybody scream on a roller coaster? Guys yell, or guys are like, I'm not screaming. I'm too cool to scream.
Yeah, but they scream.
So, and I'll say the term, I shit you not. No screaming on California roller coasters, according to state guidelines that they just implemented. So when you on a roller coaster now in California, you can't scream. You can't yell or scream or anything.
So this is a state ordinance or a city ordinance?
Theme parks in California are planning to reopen as early as next month, but thrill seekers may be forced to control their excitement while riding roller coasters. The state's Attractions and Parks Association is recommending that park officials encourage riders to mitigate the effects of shouting. Do you really have to shout or yell on roller coasters and thrill rides to prevent the spread of COVID-19? Under the association's responsible reopening plan that was released in September, park officials can do so by requiring face masks and modifying the seats on rides.
Unfucking believable. If you scream, you're going to spread COVID.
Let's see if this video
if you have sex, you're going to get pregnant. I mean,
wait for the commercial to pass by. So, what fun is that? Is that effective? Is that even something that'll work?
No, that's not going to fucking work because you're still
Disneyland and Disney California Adventure will officially reopen April 30th with limited capacity. But as all local theme parks get ready to reopen, here's a reminder. People will not be able to scream while riding roller coasters. That's going to be tricky. Governor Gavin Newsom's blueprint for a safer economy calls for California businesses to limit shouting, which can increase the spread of COVID-19. Amusement parks can mitigate the raised voices by having visitors wear face masks and by changing the seating on their rides. Tell your 10-year-old not to scream. Yeah. That's hard.
Okay, I guess.
I told you, I wasn't lying.
Oh, and then we have to wear a face mask while we're going how many miles per hour?
You're going 50 miles an hour and you got to wear a face mask.
Or faster. I mean, and there's no windshield in front of you, so that motherfucker is going to blow off. If not, I'm going to make goddamn sure mine's going to blow off. And then, since I just had the motherfucker on and I breathed and coughed into it and yelled into it, there goes a big old face mask of Corona going to hit somebody in the fucking face.
So my question is,
your common sense?
My question is, you get 50 people on that ride and they start screaming. What are they going to do?
Well, not to mention, you're going 900 miles an hour. I mean, where the fuck's that scream? It's going to go right back at your fucking face.
And when you're going 900 miles an hour, you're going to go, oh, you're going to say some words and loud.
Oh my God, the mentality.
Because you're supposed to. That's what the ride is
running our states and our cities and our country.
And how are they going to enforce that?
I mean, you can't fix stupid.
What the hell's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to arrest everybody, or they're going to kick everybody out after one ride?
Give you a fucking ticket and make you pay $1,000 fine for having fun.
VAW, OMG. Yes, RGB Talk was unrecognizable. They had only 5 viewers. Most unfortunate. Charlie needs serious tutorial on interviewing skills. Well, maybe he'll improve. Don't know. I was never a fan of that person. Disney World is a little city full of parks. Disneyland is one park.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's when he built Disneyland, he didn't have the room to branch out like he did in Florida.
No more park hopper in Florida, Disney. I'm a DVC member. What's DVC?
Disney Vacation something?
Huh. Do you got to pay individually for all the parks then? I don't understand it too much. Like I said, I was never a fan. May can't get here soon enough. Election time. Brownsville citizens get to vote on term limits. Ooh, I bet that's a special interest at Jessica Tetro, isn't it? Is she still hot on that one? She's not a fan of the term limits because it would essentially cut her off.
Well,
not intentionally. It just happens that way.
And make sure everybody that gets out and votes. I mean, everybody in your family, if you have 18, if you have your kids are 18 or higher, you know, make sure they get out and vote, because not a lot of people go out and vote for the local things. They only vote for president.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's great that you vote for president, but let me tell you something. You vote for president, your vote doesn't fucking count. Never has, never will, because it's all about the electoral college vote.
She's getting criticized. She's going to get sympathy votes. I know it.
So, I
Never
mean,
fails.
If you want your vote to count, you need to go out and vote for all your city and local things, your state representatives. Those are when your votes actually do count.
You want to get some votes? Play the victim. We'll touch on that on a different show. Alcatraz is awesome. The Crystal Cathedral near Anaheim is amazing, too. Okay, so sequoias and redwoods are what we're talking about.
Sequoia, that's it.
I'd like to see that giant freaking tree. Yes, that's right, Norma. I would love to see that tree. I've seen people stand, you know, the thing is ginormous.
Well, up in, is it Oregon? It's someplace up in the upper west coast region. It's either Oregon, Washington, maybe even Wyoming. I don't know. They actually carved tunnels in these trees so you could drive through them.
Oh, yes, I've seen that. That's got to be a big freaking tree for you to be able to carve a tunnel into it.
Fucking huge.
I guess I'll put that on my bucket list. I have been on them, but my surgeon strongly recommend I don't go ever again. Get a little too excitable there, Shonda. I know it's not for the faint of heart.
I don't know what Muirwood is.
Muir Woods and Redwood. Muir, I think that's how you say that. Tower of Terror was my favorite. You remember the first one? It used to be called Great America.
The Towering Inferno.
The first one they had that went upside down like a corkscrew. I mean, everybody lost their mind. It was 2 hours wait, 3 hour wait to get on that freaking thing.
I'm not a fan of corkscrews because your head ends up doing one of these numbers and you get a huge fucking headache for punching yourself because you're hanging on and all you're doing is punching your fucking self.
Okay, so I was watching the #1 news broadcast for Live, CNN, and they were saying that the massage parlors were race generated, but they failed to mention that most of those places are sex places. They're forcing it to be racist when it's not. That's right. The guy came out and said he has a problem. He has a sex addiction, and having one of those places open nearby him was causing him to break down and go and visit these places for the massage and what comes after, which is
the happy ending,
affectionately referred to as a happy ending. So
sometimes those endings aren't too happy.
Well, because he couldn't get those demons out of his head and control his own sexual urges, he went and shot up the place. And then he went to other places and shot up those places too. Because, you know.
So instead of using common sense of packing up and moving to a different location, I'm just going to go kill motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What a concept.
Yes, and I did hear that CNN was totally calling it race. Yeah, racist, and he was anti-Chinese or something, or Asian, even though not all the people that were shot or killed were Asian.
Nope. Filipinos, They love to work in those massage parlors too.
Most of them were, I think there was a African-American woman that might have been caught up in that also. So because he couldn't control his own demons, that's what he went and did.
Sick, yeah, why not just pack up and move? I mean, God, who can't think of that? I mean, that takes a genius to figure that out.
You know, and I'll tell you this much, you get a good guy with a gun in there, or the owner or whatever, and guess what? That's where the story ends right there.
And this is why your U.S. government does not want anybody to own a gun, because people kill people. No, they don't. Guns kill people. Bad people with guns kill people. Good people with guns kill bad people with guns.
That's right.
And save regular people.
Yep. Sausalito, California, across from San Francisco. Oh, okay. I actually know where that is. Nope. Not going to work. Right? Rose out in California. How does everybody out there feel about this? And not just this alone, but a lot of the issues that are so freaking extreme going on over there in California.
First off, I thought they got more than enough signatures to revoke Mr. Newcombe's fucking title from him, and he's no longer governor or whatever you want to call him, King of California.
Well, it's a process. It's not over yet. It hasn't started actually. But Rose, how do you guys feel about that over there? I mean, at what point do you guys go, I'm out of here. That's done. I'm done. When do you say that? When does that happen?
I used to love California. I've been to California plenty of times. Last time I was actually there was in the late 80s, early 90s when I was a semi driver, and I got pulled over on a highway, and DOT decided to do an inspection on my vehicle.
Yeah.
And I passed everything with the exception of I got a ticket for having too much grease on my fifth wheel.
Too much grease
on my fifth wheel. And I looked at the guy and I said, so I'm not trying to be an asshole and educate me, because I'm assuming this is what, $1,000 ticket. He goes, well, if you get it washed and prove that you got it taken care of before you leave the state, it's only going to cost you $500. But if you don't do anything with it, it's going to be $2,000. And I'm looking at him like, you're fucking me, right? I can spray it off. It'll cost me $500.
Yeah, I'd be like, it just cost me $500 never to come back here again.
And I'm like, but I have to go out of my way to hunt down a California state trooper and have him get under my truck and look at my fifth wheel to see that I got it taken care of. And that's and how likely is that to happen? And he honestly said, well, if you find one willing to do it,
yeah.
I'm like, so pretty much it's going to cost $2,000. He goes, well, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, I'm never coming back to this fucking state ever again. And I haven't been back, and I won't go back.
Yeah. Shauna says California banned voodoo potato chips because they might cause cancer.
I remember those potato chips.
Just avoid California until they pull themselves off of that far left ledge.
Well, and Shonda,
how do people just go with it? How do people just go with it?
It's not too much longer before California is actually going to be, well, Arizona is going to be beachfront property. We'll just say that.
Well, what? Screaming denied? Screaming denied. Not kidding. We just played that video, showed the story. It's
California's the no fun state.
More race baiting. Just ignore them. Yeah, the Chinese, CNN. Disneyland had all those scary signs about cancer warnings, and they still do. Every time you buy stuff, you gotta, there's always a warning, a California warning, and they think everything causes cancer. Everything.
Well,
even your TV and electronics.
Well, and a lot of that is starting to trickle out this way, because when I took a second job in South Dakota when I was living out there. I was working at a store called the Boot Barn, and we were getting boots in, and it's FDA law that wearing this product may cause cancer. Okay, well, once again, as we all know, back in the 80s, if you were an 80s child, everything you do causes cancer. Eating a peanut will give you cancer. Breathing this air causes cancer. It just blows me the fuck away.
They have those warnings on everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
They want you to be the little bubble person. They want you to be the boy in the plastic bubble is what they want.
At Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, they had certain rows that were not used. You had to wear a face mask, which really doesn't fall off since it sticks to your face, I suppose. But, somebody's going to kind of pull it down a little bit just to get some air, and things going to go flying.
Oh, mine definitely go fucking flying.
Hey, Kat. How are you?
How you doing?
Welcome to the madness.
Oh, it's pretty fucking mad.
I saw some enormous trees in Oregon 2 summers ago. It was beautiful up there. Yeah, Oregon's nice, I hear, except for one particular person. Anyway.
No, Oregon's amazing, especially out on the coast. I've never in my life seen a fog bank roll in until I was in Oregon, and I was blown away. I mean, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Crescent City in California is a beautiful place to visit. I've heard that before. Maybe there is hope, at least for some of it. Oh, yeah, this commissioner was mega ugly when a presenter who discussed the item in the agenda. She said, just because you failed on your race, I don't appreciate being targeted because I am a woman. Oh, man.
You know, maybe you weren't being targeted because you're a woman. Maybe you were being targeted because you didn't do your fucking job. Maybe. Yeah.
Ouch, I live in California. I know, Rose. What's up with that? How do you guys feel about stuff like this? I mean,
yeah,
seriously.
They're sucking the fun out of your life, Rose. How do you feel about that?
You just put up with it and go, oh, well, just another thing I'm not going to do.
Well, I mean, everybody that can afford to leave California has.
I get it. Those people who don't go on roller coasters don't care, right? But you got a lot of young people. Don't tell me young people. Try to get a young person to follow a rule like that on a roller coaster with all their friends on board. It's a world where as cancerous as California thinks the human lifespan would be like 2.5 days after birth, right? Everything causes cancer. Yeah, there's been clothing and stuff. I've seen that sign. You know, anytime you go shopping, you're going to see that warning. You're going to see it, California, especially on electronics, California.
Oh, it's on every fucking product in the state of California. If it's for sale, there's a sign on there. This product can contain cancer, or something used on this product has been known to contain cancer.
And the manufacturers have to put those labels, even if you buy your stuff in Texas or Chicago, whatever, you're going to see that label because it may end up in California. I feel for you. It's a beautiful place, but dear Lord, yeah, I know.
I don't know if I'd call it dear Lord, but yeah, I'm right there with you, Shonda.
Oh, man. Anyway, guys, a couple of things I want to throw at you real quick before we get on to the next little story here.
Ooh.
I did put up some merchandise because if you've been to my page and check out the merch, we got some T-shirts there. We got some Manny Behind the Mic T-shirts. We even got some BAM-isms up there.
Uh-oh.
You can walk around with a T-shirt with a couple of BAM-isms, and we'll put some more in the days coming.
Oh, and he has leggings on another website too.
That's been quite the popular item. Some black leggings with the Manny Behind the Mic logo down the side, on the right side.
They look really nice. They really do.
And it actually look pretty cool. So you can find those on my page. I'll pin those up to the top of the page for you guys to look at them. All kind of T-shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts and tank tops. Men and women and kids. A lot of cool stuff there. So if you want to pick up some cool merch, please check it out. And also, we're a little closer. Where are we at? 89?
Yeah, 89.
Subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100. We're really, really, really close. I thank you all for helping out. And for a few of you who have actually been pushing for that, I do appreciate it. Once we get to 100, I can get a little customize my YouTube name. So we're almost there.
So what are the BAM-isms?
I'll put them up there in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, careful, VAW. You might be regarded as mean, and she will go crying to Erasmo to set you straight. Pity Party Club. Yeah,
I love the pity parties.
BAM. Playing the victim. Playing the victim is going to get her sympathy votes, unfortunately. And if they do vote the term limits in, we'll have to see when those are going to start and when it will affect her.
Yep, and I love party poopers too.
Basically, she's saying that those term limits were put in specifically to get her out.
Well, sure if the shoe fucking fits, or if the house falls on you.
Been there, done that. Disneyland, Six Flags, too old for all that stuff now. Yeah, I get you. But if you got like young people in your life or just Just young people in general in California. How do you tell kids, oh, yeah, go ahead and get on the ride, but don't scream. Don't yell. Don't open your mouth. Keep your mask
you
on.
Get on that ride and scream and get me fined $500. Trust me, there's going to be a belt on your ass later on.
There's Felicia. Bam,
famous phrases. I don't know how famous they are, Felicia.
Famous phrases, yeah.
I don't know how famous they are, Felicia.
I did put them up there, Felicia. I don't know if you saw those or not, but yeah, they are. There's a couple of them up there already.
And if you guys have like different phrases that I say, because I don't know what I say on here half the time. I mean,
yeah, I'm going to cherry pick a few of the things that he says. Obviously, we're going to have to censor some of them, but you know what they mean. So
censor
we're just gonna,
this, motherfucker.
I'm going to pick a few. That's one right there. That's one right there. It's going to say, Bam says, censor this. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you know how I'm always saying, cancel the fucking cancel culture.
My daughter liked the leggings, man. I didn't see the Bam merch, so I'll look again. Oh, yeah, it's there. Refresh the page. It's up there now. I don't know where the page is. I only see the Science Channel and the little boy showing the middle finger. That's funny. Now, Linda, her pattern only works on the weak-minded. It gets her pity, right, her pity stance. Like I said, plays a victim, and she'll get the votes. It almost didn't fall for it, but she did try. I don't understand people like that and how they can actually do that and behave that way and try to play the victim and just she wants to hold on to that power so bad. And that's a problem. That is a problem.
Well, you know, that's why Nancy has been in her position for as long as she's been there, because once you get a taste of the power, you can't give it up. You will do whatever you can do to keep it for as long as you can keep it. That's what they do. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. I mean, personally, I give a rat's ass if I had any power or not. I personally, I don't think I have any power. Oh, there we go.
Here's some of the stuff that's on there. Bam says, one planet, one people.
I do say that. He
also said this. Bam says, Bam, I'll let you read that.
Cancel those motherfuckers. Well, I do say that, but I say cancel the fucking cancel culture. I don't say cancel those motherfuckers. I say she's a hoe a lot. She a hoe.
Yeah, that's another one. We're gonna see what
Nancy. She a hoe.
We're gonna see what other phrases we can creatively put up there. And I'm not afraid of offending anyone. It's not that. It's just don't want to go too crazy. We got to pick up a small handful of just the right Bamisms. This is a cool shirt right here.
I like that little gray tie-dye. That I really like. It only comes up to 2XL. You need to work on that. Okay.
That's a badass shirt right there.
Yeah, you need to work on the sizes. Because I would buy that if it was in my size. I cannot stretch out a 2XL to fit this fat ass.
There's another tie-dye.
That one, I can't stretch out a 2XL to fit this fat ass, and I want that shirt too.
2XL. I'll see if they go any bigger on those.
Yeah, I need at least a 4X.
That's a cool shirt. You have 4th of July coming up. That's not a bad shirt either.
That is a cool shirt. So, I'm assuming that's a ladies.
That is
unisex.
Yeah.
That's a cool shirt. It just kind of looked like a lady's the way it was cut at the arms there.
So the only problem is the other item, which was the leggings. I think I called them tights on there.
You did.
I shouldn't have called it tights. I should have called them leggings. I can modify that. So the leggings are on a different page because
those look hot as hell.
Not every page has every single item I want, so I had to go with a couple of pages, a couple of different sites. And
those look extremely classy.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yes, if you're interested, those are there. Check that out. I will pin them to the top of the page.
Yeah, those looked extremely classy. I like the look of that. Now, I know my fat ass can't stretch that motherfucker out. Just remember, spandex, it's a privilege. No, It's a right.
Yeah,
not a
Bam
privilege.
wanted me to say something on that about stretching it out. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going there. I'm not going there. These ladies know what they're buying.
We've all seen these 20s and 30s-year-old people in Walmart. Okay, in Walmart, they have a size 12X ass and a size 3X leggings. These things are stretched so far you can see that ass through the material. You don't do that. Don't do it. I know I can't fit into them, so I don't even try. I mean, save us. Just save our eyes, people. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying any of you people would do that. But there's people out there that, love to destroy our eyesight. You all know what I'm talking about, that 75-year-old man at the beach walking around in a Speedo, gut hanging over the front of it, and you think he's fucking naked because you can't see anything that he's wearing. You don't do it.
Yeah, that's quite the spectacle when you see an older guy like that wearing
Yeah, you just don't.
a Speedo.
Think about the other people's eyesight. Think about their mentality and their. Think about their psyche. You're hurting them. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, that's extra special, isn't it?
It's extra.
So I'll put that link in here. I think you guys can click on that. Not just for mostly the shirt and stuff. Nadia, thanks. Yeah, have fun with that. And where Hilda, I posted the link there, and I'll post it again on my page. I'll pin it to the top. By the way, Chad Prather already is selling his Prather 2022 Texas governor. Oh, really? And announced he's running as candidate. What about Matthew McConaughey?
He's a good actor.
Kind of rumored that he's going to run because he's a great friggin' actor. I'll watch almost anything with that dude. That guy can act. I mean, straight up. Man crush. Yep, I admit. I ain't gonna lie. Dude can act. He's always in the Lincoln Lawyer. He was real freaking good.
He was really good in Magic Mike too. I think the guy is like 50 something, and he was wearing leather chaps, and his ass was showing. Yeah, there was a couple of wrinkles in there, but that man's sexy enough. I'd look at his wrinkled ass again.
Manny Pam is right.
Girls, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I wear a 3XL because I don't like crew neck tees too tight at the neck or make ladies.
You just feel like you gotta.
Well, there's tank top. There's tank tops there too. So, yeah, I don't know what I know there are limitations that sometimes some manufacturers don't go higher than that. Why? I don't know.
I don't get it.
Sorry, Body by Hostess doesn't wear leggings. Get it, Hostess? I had Twinkies today. Speaking of Hostess, I had Twinkies today.
I've always liked the ho-hos.
I haven't.
And then
I know you like the ho-hos.
The ding dogs are good too. But I guess that's why I call it Nancy and everybody over there a ho, because I ate so many ho-hos.
Hilarious. Yeah, I'm not going to go there right now. So we covered California and the stupid roller coaster situation.
We did. Somebody
on Facebook was posting, and I'm not, whoever it is, I'm not calling you out as spreading fake news, but I wanted to, honestly, I do need to do a little more fact checking before I post up, because I don't want to ever be accused of putting fake crap up.
Sometimes I'll just post something because I like the fucking headline of it.
Yeah, and so would I. But you know what? It really is a service to whatever you're posting. Make sure it's got some legitimacy to it.
I rely on Facebook to do all my checking for me because I check everybody.
No, I'm not doing that. So the headline was Shell Oil to lay off 9,000 people, and that's all it said. And it was just a meme, and it was just, that's it. So researching it, yes, those layoffs were announced way before the election even happened. So those 9,000 positions were already, I think, September of 2020, they were announced. And they were going to happen anyway. So that's one headline that I did not post up. And you know, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You have to, you know, for as much as I like the great headline, and not that we want to see Joe Biden fail necessarily, because that would mean our country would fail. But when somebody's putting out these weird, strange policies and just really going nuts, you want to expose it, right? And I get that. But yeah, you can't just blindly throw stuff up there. So Sebastian, who knows Sebastian Maniscalco? You guys know the comedian Sebastian?
Guy is funny.
Yeah. Sebastian Maniscalco took a shot at the cancel culture in a viral video.
You need to shoot that over to me in Messenger so I can watch it.
Well, I'm going to play it right here. I don't care.
Okay.
It was on one of the news outfits, and I'm going to play it. And he took a shot at the cancel culture. Let's see what he said. Let me put this up here for y'all. Y'all. Yes, I said y'all. All right, here we go. Oops.
It's about time somebody does it too.
Because of this.
Oh, down. I got to go back.
Oi.
Too much fast clicking.
Oi.
Oi. Are we going to get a commercial now?
Hey, Steve. Hey, Hensley.
Of course we are. Here, let me skip the commercial in 1 second.
You may not remember this, but the hottest comedian in the country prior to the pandemic was a man who would sell. He's second. He would sell out Madison Square Garden in a day, maybe an hour. Is Sebastian Maniscalco, who has been a guest with us before. I always think to myself, in this politically correct society, how does a comedian live on the edge, get people laughing, having a good time, and still keep his career going? Sebastian Maniscalco was postulating the same thing. Listen.
Let's see if he gets canceled here.
I'm taking a big risk here. I don't even know if I could say this. This could jeopardize the whole thing right now. But I can't stay silent any longer.
Good for you. Do it.
Do it. Just say.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's it. That's all you got for us?
Is that okay?
Fuck me.
Where's Patrick? Did he do something? Did we dig up something on him? What'd he do? We okay with the color green? Is that all right?
Love green.
Someone get
color money.
Hopped up if somebody takes out a green crayon. 4-leaf clover, are we all right with that? Leprechauns, how about that? The leprechaun's got to go, right? Something wrong with him? The green and the brown beard, someone got a problem with leprechaun? Pot of gold? You shouldn't have a pot of gold because that's what, he's fortunate and he worked hard and he made money. So he's got to give his gold to everybody else.
Yep.
Tell me what I can and cannot say. Aren't you embarrassed?
Right?
It's so funny. And yet.
Aren't you embarrassed? So, yeah, you know, obviously he was
poking fun at the cancel culture.
Aren't you embarrassed? That's freaking awesome. Sean, I'm more of a tasty cake spot myself. Love them powdered donuts. Speaking of verifying posts, please don't post missing kids without looking to see if the whole story. I see so many old ones that didn't end well, or the kids were found and people are still passing it around like they're missing. Please check to see if they're still missing first. Okay, soapbox is open to the next person. Next up on the soapbox, Sebastian is great. Yes, he's funny, dude. I placed a comment on Charlie's page just offering a tip to watch the city's meeting before he defends his commissioner pal. He responded by saying, "I am Roman." Wow, paranoid much? Oh, he was accusing you of being Roman. Whatever. That's, you know. You got something for us, Bam, before I go on to the next little thing we got here?
Nothing. I just I'm at a loss for words about this. Calling somebody roaming.
Oh, so we have here. Let me get to a couple things here. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to be constantly politics, but it's so much good material here from them. It's not even funny.
Well, that's because they're a pack of fucking morons.
I want to play the video that you played. Did anybody see Joe Biden talk?
Oh, here we go. Quid pro, squeaky guy, sleepy guy, snippy dude, fucking can't wipe my ass. Biden. He had a little moment where he was making an announcement to the press, or he was being interviewed or something. And he had a little moment where he forgot he was president, but he had said it before he was even elected president, the Harris-Biden administration. So here he says he's working for President Harris. So
hold on, let's play this first. Check this out, guys.
This is really important because we believe that speed and efficiency must be matched with fairness and equity. Now, when President Harris and I took a virtual tour of a vaccination center in Arizona not long ago, one of the nurses on that,
play it again.
A virtual tour of a vaccination. President Harris and I took equity. Now, when President Harris and I took a virtual tour of a vaccination center in Arizona and equity. Now, when President Harris and I took a virtual tour of a vaccination.
Okay. Yes, he did say President Harris.
He did. Quite clearly and plain as day.
And as you know, that's not the first time he's mentioned the Harris administration. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that before the election?
Oh yeah.
When that happened?
Yeah.
He referred to the Harris administration a couple times. I think she did
Biden
too.
Administration. Yeah, she did too. So Mr. Puppet, if you will, is just what he is. He's a fucking puppet. And everybody in Congress, all these fucking Democrats, have their hands up his ass, so to speak, working the strings. And this is what's going to fuck up this country. And it's already started. It has started. And I'm not even talking about the crisis at the border because, well, y'all seeing that firsthand down there.
It's just a matter of
everything this
time.
man has done is starting to fuck up this country.
It's just a matter of time when Sleepy Uncle Joe will be deemed as, what's the term? Not unstable, but what's it? Incompetent and
not cognitive.
And then that's when it's gonna.
I don't, I honestly don't know if he's going to make it to 100 days.
I think I called it at a year, but man,
because I called it at 100 days.
For as much as they're trying to control him, he cannot help himself.
I think he's too far gone. He's too far gone. This is a man that should never have been forced, and I don't use this term lightly, forced to run for president.
Yep.
And even Trump said it best. This is the best they have. Well, I mean, you don't need to be a doctor to see how he was acting out on the campaign trail or the basement trail.
Yeah.
He was fucking up even then, and you're like, and the news was pointing it out. This is what they have. This is what's going to run our country, and they're right. It's like the man is not all there, and that's when I'm like, can he even wipe his ass anymore? I mean, come on. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see it.
So be prepared for that moment, which will come, and it will.
It's going to. I mean, back
where
when
you're going to refer to President Harris.
back on my best friend Nancy, when Trump was still president, she was out there talking about the 24th Amendment or the 25th Amendment, whichever it is, to relieve a president because he's incapable of doing his office. Well, and she even flat out said, well, this is for future presidents. She knows Biden can't do the fucking job. She knew then he can't do the job. So It's just a matter of time. And she's got to make sure all her little ducks are in a row so Camellia can slide on in, and then my best friend Nancy can slide on around and run into Camellia's position. And then we're completely fucked. I mean, at that point, you just need to get bent over and a sign on our back. This is just fuck me now.
And you think it's radical now, or what they're doing extreme now? Wait till she gets in, and guess who's going to be second in command? Once Mrs. Harris is president, guess who's second in command?
Well, I already said it, Miss Nancy.
Yeah,
my best friend Nancy. And then we don't know what we're going to get in her position.
Oh,
sweet
man.
Jesus!
And
you know what's really sad is AOC has a following like you wouldn't fucking believe. And if she would get her head out of her ass, she could do a lot of fucking good.
Yeah, she could. She really could.
But she needs to get her head out of her ass and start thinking like a fucking human.
She's got the gift of gab, but she doesn't have the gift of common sense intelligence.
She's fucking clueless is what she is. But the following she has, she can do a lot of fucking good.
If she could have the right handler, somebody telling her, okay, let's reevaluate all this. She could do some damage. You know, she could. I guess you could say good damage. What's up, Ozzy?
She a hoe. Hey, G. She a hoe.
Ozzy, how you doing? So we'd like to congratulate Mr. Dan Bongino.
I like this guy.
If you haven't listened to him, he's a good guy to listen to. He used to be a Secret Service agent.
He used to be a New York cop.
Yep. New York NYPD also. He's had his own show for a while now, and he's going to take over as a slot that used to belong to Rush Limbaugh. And those are some huge shoes to fill. And he's very humbled by that, given that slot. And give him a listen. Check him out. Listen to his radio show or podcast. Makes a lot of sense. He has a lot of good information. Legit, sincere guy. Himself fought a battle with cancer. I think he had something in his neck. And did all the treatments, finished his treatment. I believe he's cancer-free right now, so he's a survivor. And just overall, seems because I don't know him personally, obviously, but he seems like a very legit good person, good guy. A lot of common sense in that head too. So,
yeah, he is extremely intelligent.
Give him a listen; it's totally worth it. Ozzy wants to know who's a hoe.
Oh, who's not a hoe? Okay, well, I'll tell you who a hoe is. Nancy.
Oh boy, here you go.
AOC.
You guys got a few minutes for this list?
Oh yeah, I got a list a mile fucking long. But the two top hoes. Oh, look, take that back. 3 top hoes. Kamalia, Nancy, AOC, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yep.
Pocahontas.
I have this much Indian in me. 0.00001%. I get to go to college for free.
Yeah.
Bitch, you ain't got no Indian in your ass.
Sorry, V. Was this the one? So the rest, is this the one home? I'm assuming this is the one you're referring to. So the rest of the people, all 3 of them who agree with you, Linda, call this commissioner rude, are Roman too. So everybody who calls her rude is Roman now. Yeah. Charlie needs therapy. Charlie, I don't know. My advice to everybody on that page now, maybe you guys are better off without that person. Do your own thing, guys. You'll be okay. Yep. I don't know if that's a good fit for you. Bam, you don't know about this, so it's cool. You don't have to.
Yo, G.
Yes, you skipped a comment. It was an accident. Don't crucify me, please. It was an accident. I'm not going.
Crucify.
I'm not going Massimo on you. I promise. RGB Talk is done. Not surprised, but expected. What do you mean done? Done as in done or done? What am I saying?
I don't know.
Done for the night, or like, do you think they're just done? Yeah.
So did they pack it up for the night, or did they pack it up forever? That's what we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
So, White House press secretary, our beloved
the circle back bitch,
Miss Circle Back. You know what I'm going to call her? Circle Back Saki. There you go. That's catchy, isn't it?
Circle back bitch better, but okay.
Circle Back Saki.
Now we got to do is create a song.
They right? Circle Back Saki. Oh,
we could do the Gwen Stefani thing.
Where's Richard Steamboat? Somebody get him on girl.
We can do a riff of "I ain't your holler back girl." I'm your circle back cunt. Oh! I said that word that I said I'd never say. Forgive me, ladies. I'm so sorry. That was a slip of the tongue.
See,
I don't like that word.
Yeah, he really doesn't. He never says it. He really doesn't.
But I didn't get to the T, so I did stop myself before I got to the T.
So the Biden administration has been refusing to call it a crisis at the border. Remember, like our little friend at Osmo's show the other night refused to say it was illegal of them to cross over undocumented. He also refused to call it a crisis. I started to watch that video again a little while ago. And dude was ready to combat. He was not enjoying his time there, and he was ready to fight everybody. He had his own little agenda going on there, and you can see that right from the get-go. And I was going to try to watch it so I could really, really speak on it, because I only caught the midway to the end of it, but I couldn't. I'm just like, no, I'm not watching this guy. So, White House press secretary Jen Psaki, she called the issue at the border a crisis before correcting herself and saying she meant challenge, not a crisis. She meant it was a challenge. Do you believe her?
Challenge my ass. It's a crisis. We all know it.
You know, they don't want to call it a crisis. Why?
Because it would look like they don't know what they're doing. Well, and they don't.
White House press secretary, it seems like everybody in that administration right now has a slip of the tongue here and there. White House press secretary Jen Psaki got a slip of the tongue after she called the situation at the border a crisis. On Thursday, Psaki used the term when she responded to a question about whether Mexico has any expectations on the Biden administration's handling of the migrant surge at the border. There have been expectations set outside of, unrelated to, any vaccine doses or requests for them that would be partners in dealing with the crisis at the border, she said. And then she went back and corrected. She circled back to correct. She meant any challenges at the border, not crisis, challenges at the border. See, right there.
Circle back, bitch.
Yeah, so nobody believes them.
Nope.
Nobody.
I trust him as about as far as I can throw him, and well, that ain't far at all.
Back to RGB Talk is done. Not surprised, but expected. Well, if this is how they treat opinions, I don't foresee a surge in followers. Yes. So yes, I predict. So done. Okay, gotcha. I agree, Linda. RGB Talk will not last. Charlie, yeah, they. Marisa says, "Bam! Shame on you for the C word."
I know.
Yeah, don't slap yourself, because I think you actually enjoy that. So I find it ironic because once upon a time they made fun of other shows for having few live followers, and look what they became. Oh my, yeah, no, I know what you mean. I think they'd be better off. I don't know. They would seem more legit without that person on there, because they do have an interest in politics, and there are people there they do have an interest in politics.
Well, the White House would be more legit without Biden in it.
That too, yeah. Good call. Good call. Absolutely good call.
I can't believe that came out my mouth. That was quite funny. Well, I do have my moments.
And even, Mitch McConnell has something to say about the situation.
Mitch McConnell's got something to say about every situation.
But he's acknowledging that he's right. He says, good luck to any community on the border. He knows it's a friggin' problem.
He's not wrong.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has accused the Biden administration of endangering the health of border communities.
I agree.
Endangering the health of border communities.
You're letting all these people in that have you don't know what, and they've already said that it's entirely feasible that somebody in here, in this caravan that's coming up, or they may already be here, and this might be the caravan coming in. We don't know.
Yep.
Somebody in this caravan can have diseases that there is not a cure for, and they're bringing it to this country. But do the Democrats and does Biden care? Hell no, they don't.
On Thursday, Mitch McConnell spoke on the Senate floor and noted unaccompanied migrant children arrivals at the southern border were up more than 60%. He blamed what he called Biden's failed policies for the crisis, which has caused detention facilities to surpass capacity. McConnell said, while American kids have been kept out of school during COVID, migrant children have been put in overcrowded conditions. And I mean, he's not wrong. He's totally not wrong. And, it's sad what's going on at the border. It really is. But
it's sad that they are forced to live like fucking animals.
Yep. The funny thing is, when the current administration, Biden and his press secretary, when they're asked about this problem, which they refuse to say it's a crisis, they refer back and blame everything on Trump. That's why we have a crisis. So for that reason, for him, there's a crisis.
Yeah. The previous administration left it broken. No, you opened the fucking border up and you broke it. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a serious problem. It is a problem. And we have, I'll put something up on what they're finding at the border. If you do have communication with that man, he suggests they take a good look who is leading them, because the dude is not the sharpest crayon. I can talk with a couple of them and just run that by them. But yeah, I agree. I
mean, it's really sad how these people are living at the border now. I mean, especially the kids being locked up, and I mean, they're being pretty much piled up on top of each other. I mean, they came that way in cars. Now they're being forced to sleep that way in these so-called dog pens, which I'd like to call them, because, that's what I keep a fucking dog in, is something like that.
Like a kennel.
Yeah. And AOC had a fucking cow over it, and it was all Obama that started it. And now Biden's continuing to do it.
Yeah. So border agents apprehend a convicted rapist among one of the groups that had entered U.S. illegally. Thank goodness they're doing checks on these people, because why would we want somebody like that back in our country? Border Patrol agents on Monday apprehended a convicted rapist among a group of about 18 people who had crossed the U.S. border illegally. There's that word again, illegally. It's a word. It's a term. It's not a racial slur.
Follow the laws or the procedures of this country.
It's a term. It's not a racial slur. It's a fact. And yes, facts don't care about your feelings. If it offends you, too bad. Grow some thick skin.
Seriously, I mean, that's the only way you're going to get through life anymore at this point. I mean, being a fucking snowflake or an answer or a Karen is not going to help you in life. You just need to go, fuck it, I don't care. Or does that person over there not wearing a fucking mask, does that really have anything to do with me? No, the fuck it doesn't. Just walk on by, let the little mask person do whatever the fuck it's going to do, and forget about it. You are not the police. You're not the mask police. You're going to end up on YouTube being an asshole is what you're going to end up. Now, if you want to be that person on YouTube being an asshole, yelling at somebody without a mask, you go right the fuck ahead.
Yeah,
Personally,
and we're going to get to what
walk
a mask
on by and forget about it.
We're going to get to what a mask hole is. Something we didn't get to yesterday because of we just got caught up in the moment yesterday. Agents assigned to the Yuma, Arizona station encountered the group in Andrade, California, around 11:30 p.m. Andrade is a small community southeasternmost California, where the state meet with Arizona and Mexico. Border Patrol agents conducted record checks of the groups and discovered that one of them, identified as 50-year-old Aurelio Sandoval Valdivia, is a Mexican national who had a felony conviction for rape. So, good job, Border Patrol Customs.
Yeah. And thank you for that, because we don't need any more felons in this country. We have more
and
than
guess
enough.
What? He's a rapist. Yes, he was going to come back. Yes, he's a rapist. Yes. Now, are all of them rapists? No, they're not. But guess what? He is, and we got the fool, and he's going back. How do you like them apples?
So I have a question.
Question.
Yeah, this is strictly hypothetical. Because I know exactly what I would do in this situation. So, say you are in a bank. Once again, strictly hypothetical. You're in a bank, and it's like 3:30 on a Friday night, whatever. People are in there cashing their checks, whatever. So, I mean, it's quite busy. All of a sudden, 10 people come in, and they're going to rob this bank. Everybody's down on the ground, faces down. Put your cell phones out in front of you. We're not calling 911 type thing. All of a sudden, half hour or 20 minutes into the bank robbery, the police show up. Okay, well now, it's turned into a hostage situation. And then you got a couple of these bank robbers thinking, oh, well, if I'm going to go to prison, I'm going to get me a little piece of tail before I go. So now they're gonna want to rape some of the people that work there, or even some of the ladies out, the customers. Now, would you, as a person, stand up and try to prevent that rape? And say, if you're going to rape somebody, you're going to rape me before you rape any of these women?
That's.
It's a hard question to answer.
Yeah, it's even horrible to even have to bring that up like that.
Because, some of these motherfuckers would actually think that way if they're in this situation.
Yeah.
They know that they're going to go to prison for an awfully long fucking time.
Yeah, so
and
what
they're never going to have sex again, so now they're going to start raping women.
That has happened. That does happen.
Yeah, I'm sure it has happened.
Jorge San Miguel. Yes.
No.
Let's go.
No bueno.
Let's go.
Now, if I was in that situation, I'd definitely stand up and say, you're not raping any of these women. You're going to rape me before any of them.
Yeah, it's
And if I get shot, I get shot. I at least tried.
So many horrible things that are coming from this. And and it's not all Mexican people. It's not all Mexicans. What? It's not.
I wasn't. I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't volunteer to be raped, but I would step up. Yes. Yeah, that's.
Like I said, it's strictly hypothetical. And I don't know why I was thinking this. I think I've maybe seen it in a movie or something that I watched within the past month or so. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm in that situation, I'm going to do what I can to nip that in the butt.
Yeah. No, totally.
I mean, if I get shot, I get shot.
A man in North Dakota says the homeowner association threatens to fine him $200 a day. Not over the American flag, but over the noise that the flag is making.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You believe this crap?
Anti-American motherfuckers is what it is.
There's a flag right there. There it is on the porch. It's the sound of freedom and liberty, but is it too loud? In Fargo, North Dakota, a man said he's been receiving threatening letters from his condo association over complaints that his American flag is making too much noise on windy days. That beautiful sound of a flag flapping. I like it. It's something
I actually like the sound of a flag when it like snaps in the wind.
Yeah. It's something I've always wanted to. When I owned a home, the homeowner said, having an American flag in the yard is just an American thing. That's pride to have. Agree. Now he's being threatened with $200 a day as long as he leaves the flag up. So can he leave it up when it's not windy outside or what? He's lived in this condo for 5 years. He's been flying the flag ever since, but about 2 years ago when he stopped renting the home and he purchased it. He says, I don't really take it down. It's been up there day and night. It's an all-weather flag.
Then the condo association has nothing to stand on if he's been there for 5 years. Yeah. And he just bought it. And all of a sudden it's an issue. They don't have a leg to fucking stand on.
I don't know. Where do you guys stand on this one? Any of you, some of you may live in a condo association or apartment building or something. I mean, is that a kind of noise that would really annoy you? Who is it annoying? And I don't get it.
I mean,
I can see somebody with a hearing aid that's a little too sensitive. You can hear everything. They might hear it flapping in the wind and snapping back every 5 seconds or whatever. Every second.
Kids screaming would be more annoying than a flag flapping in the wind.
Freaking ridiculous.
I mean, if you don't like it, close your fucking window.
And obviously somebody's complaining, and it's just freaking ridiculous.
Once again, he's trying to be a cancel culture.
Karen strikes again.
Karen culture.
This is why I never buy where there's an HOA, etc. Yeah,
I learned my lesson.
I get that. I
learned my lesson. I'll never do it again.
And yeah, you can call it a hole. You know, it's HOA. So just saying.
Yeah, my first home I bought was in Nicholasville, Kentucky, and when I bought it, there was an HOA, but it was cheap. It was like $80 a month, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And they're like, you can't. I'm like, what do you mean I can't? Well, it's against the HOA rules. I'm like, but they have one. Oh, well, they put it in there before the rules were enforced. I'm like, that's a crock of fucking shit.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that argument before. So this Chinese crime, the massage parlors, that's what we'll call them, a massage parlor, where you can get a massage and something else at the end of that. Being called possibly racist, right? That's what we're saying. CNN's calling them completely, legitimately racist situations. So the NBA's Jeremy Lin is calling out anti-Asian racism. So I don't know. I don't know enough about the guy who committed those crimes to say he was racist. Probably was. I don't believe he's got a sex addiction, so he's trying to wipe out the source of his, where he can go and take advantage of this stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's racist against sex workers, would be my guess.
But
the sex
here, former New York Knicks star Jeremy Lin said he feared that calling out racially motivated violence in the United States could fuel further attacks on Asian Americans. I agree. Taiwanese American Lin's comments came after a shooting spree in 3 spas around Atlanta that left 8 people dead, including 6 Asian women. So I agree too. You have those copycat crimes, and you start racism against Chinese, and then guess what? Somebody's gonna go and do a copycat crime or something like that. Yep. I believe what he's saying. I agree with him. What we're seeing is a lot of physical, actual violence, lives being taken, a lot of Asian Americans looking over their shoulders when they go outside. I really don't think they should look over their shoulder, I mean. It's sad if they do. Lin, who was one of the most prominent Asian Americans in the NBA, told that network, that 3-letter network. He said it feels like it's happening more and getting worse. I'm starting to question, if I speak out more, am I encouraging people to commit more hate. And I get it. When you sensationalize something so much, you're going to get those dumb fools who are going to want to do something and maybe up the next guy or up the last guy and do one better. You know what I mean? So Linda Lopez has way too many restrictions with HOAs. Not just too many restrictions. They're not cheap either.
Oh, they're not.
I mean, you watch some of those, home shows where they're buying condos or buying homes, and there's a HOA fee associated with that. Like, how much is a HOA fee? Oh, it's $900 a month. It's like,
yeah, some of them are just ridiculous.
It's like, what the hell? It's like the mortgage is already $4,000. Now you're gonna add another $1,000 just for the HOA fee, and they have a lot of homes in that area, so each one is getting tagged at let's say call it $1,000. It's like, nah, I'll pass on that. Let's talk about Hollywood. Anybody remember Sharon Stone?
Oh my God, she played so many different roles, but the one thing that I can't remember the name of the movie, she was like a sex object, and she was in court, and she was doing something with her legs under a table.
Basic Instinct.
Yep, that's the one.
She was being interviewed by police, Hollywood style. She sat over there across the room. All the detectives were on this side, like if she was on stage. And she did a leg cross and showed the beaver.
Yep, you seen it.
Everybody and their mother saw that movie. And so she's saying now that her producer told her that she should sleep with her co-star. Remember who her co-star was?
I do not.
Mike Douglas.
Really?
That she should sleep with them. They should have sex so they can build chemistry. It's okay. Go ahead and go and
she was married at the time, wasn't she?
Hollywood doesn't care.
Oh, yeah, I know. They don't care.
Sharon Stone is looking back on her most famous film. The 63-year-old now has reflected on the production of Basic Instinct in her upcoming memoir, The Beauty of Living Twice. In an excerpt she published that Vanity Fair published, the actress claimed that she was told to sleep with a co-star to build chemistry. I'm assuming they meant Michael Douglas. I had a producer bring me to his office where he had malted milk balls in a little milk carton type container under his arm with the spout open. He walked back and forth in his office with the balls falling out of the spout and rolling all over the wood floor as he explained to me why I should F my co-star so that we could have on-screen chemistry. She did not name the producer that offered her the instruction, but only 4 producers are listed. So it's either one of those there, Beasley, Esposito, Cassar, or Marshall. So, yeah, that kind of thing does happen. The casting couch is very real, y'all.
Yeah,
disgusting.
But she didn't sleep with the producer to get the job.
No, but still, when somebody suggests that you do that, it's like, what? What? I mean, just as it is, whenever a female or a male is asked to do a nude scene, a lot of times they agree to it, but because they get paid extra, there's extra money in it if you do a nude scene.
Well, yeah, and there is, but boys, they can at least put a sock over it and cover it up, so all they're showing off is their ass.
Yeah, that's true. But women, it's X amount of dollars, depending on the production company. Topless only, X amount. Topless and from behind, more money. Full frontal and full back, that's a whole other bunch of money. And
yeah,
that's
look
how
at apple pie thing with what's his nuts, Jason, can't think of his name, but he did that full frontal nudity with the glass lid to the frying pan in the kitchen.
I don't remember.
You don't remember the American
Doesn't
Pie?
matter.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, you show those things, they gonna pay cash for it.
that's how Hollywood actors reconciles this. Say, well, I'm going to get paid more for it, so I don't care. Deadpool 2 did. Pennsylvania, PA or PA with it. Reference on it, super funny. All right, I'm lost there. Anyway, we are coming up on the midnight hour. Bam, if you've got nothing else, I think we can call it a night for now.
We could call her a night.
We can call her a night.
I don't have,
a mask hole. What's a mask hole?
Yeah, what is a mask hole?
Really, you guys don't know what a mask hole is?
Is this a word you created or?
No, I claim no, I did not create that word. I swear.
Okay, well then define mask hole.
So, and a mask hole is not what you think. At least not the way I see it. All right. Let me put this up here real quick. A mask hole is basically a Karen who's going to walk into a place without a mask and be defiant and try to be a rebel and not going to wear a mask because I don't like the way they make me feel, blah, 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 that whole thing, right?
So I'm a mask hole because I don't wear masks. And
a mask hole can also be the other way around. You know, you wear a mask and you're shaming people who don't wear them. That's a mask hole too.
I can see that.
So don't be a mask hole. I'm not leaning one way or the other. I'm just saying, oh, by the way, look at that, Bam. 2XL, 3XL, 4XL, 5XL.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
but that's only on this one. That's not on a Bam shirt.
It depends on the shirt. Yeah, well, I'll see the different ones that they have. Anyway, it's not about, I'm not leaning one way or the other. Don't wear it or wear it. I'm a fan of don't wear it, but when I go somewhere and they say put on a mask, I'm going to put on a mask. I'm not going to fight about it. So that's what I mean by don't be a mask hole. And the term has been thrown around all over the place. You can call him a Karen or whatever you want to call him. That's just what I'm calling him. That's my definition is just be considerate. Don't be a mask hole. So that's an item for sale also. Oops. Referencing Super Funny. Nope. Basic movie reference Deadpool 2. No one saw Deadpool 2.
I've seen Deadpool 2. I've seen them both.
I think I did see it. Looks like you have a purple halo. Yeah, I know. That was it was passed around.
He thinks he's an angel, Joe, but in all reality, we all know he's not.
I got a couple of educated opinions on that one, and that was the design. One of the designs that we agreed upon. Anyway, I'll put up that link to that gear on my page up in just a few minutes. You guys want to check it out? Otherwise, great show tonight. Appreciate you all for tuning in. It is just about midnight in about another 30 seconds. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll have another fabulous show tomorrow. I am working on getting some of these Brownsville local commissioner candidates, and I'll announce those as soon as they start to fall into place. And if you're good, I'm good.
I'm good. Just remember, one planet, one people.
Shirt is available. One planet, one people. I say you go get
Put it
one.
on my favorite color, purple.
Oh, yeah. It actually looks pretty good on purple. I was surprised. I was going to restrict the colors to black only, but I'm glad I didn't because it looks good on purple. So,
purple, my favorite color.
Everyone, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Once again, I just need 11 more people to subscribe to my YouTube page, Manny Behind the Mic. Look for it on YouTube.
We're this close.
This close.
We're this close.
You know, so on the Sopranos, they I'm not even going to say it. They use a C word and saying,
get your kid, have them subscribe. And, you know, if they don't, you know, do the fucking Gibbs thing upside the back of the head.
Geez, you all missed a Basic Instinct part. Yeah, maybe so. I don't remember that in Deadpool, the second one. You remember that? Was there a reference to?
I remember his bare ass, and I remember him talking about his little baby dick. But as far as his girlfriend, I don't. Well, yeah, I guess she did show her chest, but I don't think they showed anything else.
Oh, apparently there's some reference to Basic Instinct in a way.
But when they showed his ass, it was all burnt. So I mean, it wasn't nothing really good to look at.
Hey, Oscar. Hey, so I used to like Roman from Real Politics when you were on his show, Manny, but I saw how he talked to you. He sucks. I'm glad that got noticed. Now he effed up by having Miss Producer and Charlie. I think they screwed up the show, so now the boys are losing up. Well, yeah, and I don't know what's going on with him at all. He kind of just vanished. So
poof,
he'll pop up somewhere.
Thin air, poof.
Somehow he'll pop up somewhere, and he's going to want to get back at anyone who ever talked bad about him. Yeah.
You know, I say all the time, I don't care what you say about me. Just make sure I had a good time. That's all I care about is having some fun.
The sidekick said, "Why you're letting it hang out?" He answered, "It is his Basic Instinct with theme music." All righty. Dan just now. I just subscribed. Cool, man. Appreciate it, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you all. Hey, listen, you guys have a great night. We'll be back on tomorrow. I'll let you know what time, and I'll fill you in on all the things happening. And Bam, have a good night. He already said his little. He already said his one people, one planet.
One planet, one people. Get it right.
One planet, one people. Okay, that's it.
One
Sounds
people,
right.
one planet. No, it is one people, one planet.
Close
I fucked it up. It's one people, one planet.
One people. Is it one people, one planet? Damn it. Get your story straight.
Damn it, Janet. I love you. Brad.
All right, guys.
Janet, Brad. Janet.
Oh, boy.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Have a good night, everybody.